California some years back. Chairman Lowe, our Democratic leader, and number of friends, so many familiar faces. It's wonderful to be here. I want to start off with first underlining the important role which the US Congress has played over the years, actually a pioneering role, especially in the modern time of bringing United States and India together. And there are a number of diaspora leaders here I see. In fact, I believe before me, Rich Verma was here. My association with him goes back to 1997 when he was very much a staffer on the Hill. So, US Congress has actually, as I said, played a very pioneering role in bringing India and US cooperation together. And in that, diaspora has played a very critical role. I recall, and I see Swadesh is here. I was recently in North Carolina and we were remembering in 1998, perhaps on the other side of the hill, which is the House side, we had organized a get-together just like this one, and many Indian American leaders were there. We were expecting maybe about, I see Aziz here, good timer, about at least 25 congressmen to turn up. This was soon after the nuclear test. Only one turned up. The point I'm making is, look the way the relationship has traveled. And full compliments to the diaspora and also to the US Congress. I think partially the change is also reflected in what India is today and stands today. I think, of course, we often hear everyone, and Democratic leader did mention about the democratic values which we share. I know each one of you and families in India share that, and we share that right at the dining table within our own families. We know how democratic we are, how adjusting we are to our children's viewpoints, and that gets very much reflected in what is the broader India-US relationship. But I think there are some transformational changes which are happening in India, which is getting reflected also in the India-US partnership. And as Secretary Raimondo said a few days back, she used the word partnership. I think the first and foremost aspect of that is that India is an ancient civilization, but it's also a very young country. Out of 1.4 billion people, 15% are 26 years and below. The immediate fallout of that is that till 2070, India will remain with the youngest population. And that's a democratic asset. If you link it with some of the other transformational changes that have taken place in the last few years, look at the UDI, which is 1.3 billion people's unique digital identity. And that has all been done in a public platform, meaning it's available to any commercial interest to utilize it. Just think if it had happened in the United States and a company had done it, it would have made billions of dollars. So this identity has helped many telecom companies in India to reach out. The reach out today is 1.2 billion cell connects. Similarly, 800 million internet connects. what comes out of here is the kind of depth that commercially the Indian market has. Obviously, that is an interest world over. But it also points to the revolutionary changes which many of us hear about but may not be that conscious of. In the last 3 years, for example, the digital payment system has expanded so much that even if you go to a roadside dhaba, the person will ask payment, that is digital payment. So if today we hear 40% of world's digital payments are made in India, it's reflected in the kind of changes that are taking place. My point of making this to you was to emphasize that there are transformational changes that are taking place. And therefore, United States-India partnership is at a moment where it will not only deepen for US-India interest, but also for the global good, as my Prime Minister often mentions. And in this, if we look at it, it's not just the market. Look at areas like healthcare. And here I can give you an example. All the time we hear about affordable healthcare, affordable medicines, affordable vaccines. Go to the CVS, pick up a paracetamol and look behind. You will see made in India. That's the kind of role which this partnership has the depth of playing. Similarly, we go to vaccines. Look at rotavirus towards the end of Obama administration. The cost was $60. When the partnership began, the cost came down to $1. That's the kind of depth which is possible. Similarly, if we go to the area of energy, we also look at IT, digital, startup, innovation. All that energy can be linked to the young in India. And I come back again to that developing figure. So, therefore, we are at a cusp of a very deepening relationship between the two countries, and the diaspora and the India Caucus is uniquely placed to play a very significant role. So thank you very much, friends. I don't want to take too much time, but look forward to continuing support from you and also from the Caucus. Best wishes.